is at the end of the day. We'll talk you through more of that just shortly here on Wake Up Call, where we've got Wake Up Call, which is showing you and giving you a head start as to what to expect throughout today. Now, when it comes to today, you have got me here. Hello. But then at the side, they've let us back together, because the amount of times we're meant to work together and then the schedule changes and then we've been drifted and taken apart. But not today. We're here for 2 shows, because Leanne will be in for the actual cartload later on, but for the first 2 shows, Wake Up Call and another gorgeous, spectacular craft along coming your way from Michelle. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I feel like I need to go, good morning.
Good morning.
I don't know the rest of the words.
How do you like your eggs in the morning? I like mine with the... Yeah, it's a different song. It's totally different, but... Yeah, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good. Yes, I'm very well, thank you very much.
Good.
Yeah, yeah. You were a little bit under the weather. I know a few people were worried and concerned because Corin stepped in, then I stepped in. But
yes,
you're all good?
I'm here, I'm fine. I'm here to claim my star back.
Well, to be fair, I have, been saying that it is your star. It's everyone else that's saying that I should take the star or have the star. But all I done was your craft along. You thought of it, you wrote the steps out, the concept, you done it all, so you deserve the star.
Oh, thank you. You did it. You did me justice.
Thank you.
Anyone would think you did it for a living, Craig.
You would think so. Maybe I'll get a job. But, thank you for allowing me to do it, because I know they were maybe talking about postponing it, but then you'd put a lot of time into it. Crafters were expecting it at home, and it was an absolutely gorgeous craft along, and you'd said, no, I'll let Craig do it because I was stepping in for you. So
absolutely.
Thank you.
No.
It was gorgeous.
Thank you.
But you've got another gorgeous one today, don't
I have.
you?
Shall I show you?
Yeah.
I'll show you. So this is what I'm doing today. So, of course, it's a little box. So if I move it to the side, you can see, because, big enough for not a share bag of chocolates, because that's just rude.
No.
But big enough for a big bag of chocolates. But share bags, it's just rude.
You don't share them.
No. I've yet to meet a person who's shared a share bag of chocolates.
It's like, when you get the frozen desserts in the supermarket and it says, perfect for 2. You're like... Aunt Bessie's lemon meringue pie, perfect for 2. No.
Even ruder. Sometimes it's a 4 or 6. It's like, no.
No, definitely not.
No. But, so this is definitely big enough for 1 bag of chocolates. And again, it looks complicated, but once I break down these steps, you're going to see how easy, because I know a few of you have said, I love it, but, it looks a bit complicated. I promise you, it's absolutely not. It's, again, once the steps are broken down for you, a nice, easy, simple craft along.
Oh, perfect. Absolutely. So that's going to be the craft along with Michelle, 2 o'clock here in the UK, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 6 a.m. Pacific Time. So we don't have the full bundle of the Roaring Twenties, but we do have a collection selection, to get your hands on. So if you didn't get it, of course, the craft along is all about, for those that get the main collection when it first launches, that, 4, 6 weeks, sometimes a bit shorter, a bit longer, that we will then come along and do a craft along for you at home, so you can do that. I know that the information, the shopping list is already up on the social pages for you to have a look at, but I know maybe if not in Wake Up Call, certainly right at the start of the craft along, we'll go over it again. However, it is there on social for you to get your hands on. But what we also have across on our website, .co.uk.com or .eu, we've got our Build Your Bundle. Now, you can get 20% off when you add 3 or more individual items into your basket. So you're going to find it on the website. So it's all individual items. So you can get 20% if you add 3 or more items. Now, you do need to, at checkout, go into that promo code and put BYB20. That will then take off that 20% when you pop 3 or more individual items. So you've got all categories there that you can be having a look at as well. So it could be dies, it could be folders, it could be embellishments, maybe some foils there as well. Have a little look and do exactly that. Build your own bundle. So you're going to get a really good discount that's going to take into account what you are purchasing. So as long as it's 3 or more items, and they have to be individual, but look at some of those collections that you've got there, from collections anyway, that you've got. So you can cherry pick. What a perfect way to do exactly that. build your own bundle. Now, it could be an individual item from one collection, and then it could be another individual item from another collection. You know, you've got your, is that your simple creator cards? Wow, so if you're wanting one of those specific individual die set from your simple creator cards, you can do that. As long as it's 3 or more items and it's from an individual that you can see from that section just there. As to get that 20% off, you just need to pop in that promo code BYB20. That's going to activate it. Today is also the last chance to get your hands on individual items with a 10% discount, celebrating Colour Me Happy Anniversary. So if you do that on the individual items for that promo code, what you will need to do is put CMH10 in the promo code, but you'll find that section on the website as well. And then last but by no means least, because I always like to point it out, have a look at that clearance section. You've got 50% off. May as well have a look while you're there. It's all there, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. We have got Rachel on the socials for, well, the first couple of shows today anyway. Janice is in saying hi to us both.
Hi.
Carlette Morris is saying good morning, everyone from Arkansas. Well, good morning. We've got Charlotte Everett saying good morning, all my crafty lovelies here from Herne Bay. Jerry Johnson, good morning from Southern Maryland. Hello, Michelle, Craig and crew. Well, hello to you too. Julie Duffy saying hi, fellow crafters from Perth, Western Australia. I don't know why that came out at the end of Australia. Like yeah, that was totally unintentional, by the way. Michelle Harris on YouTube is saying good morning, Craig and Michelle. Good to have you back. It's good to see her back as well. We're going to get started just in a second. Christine Mahoney's on Facebook saying good morning, everyone. Good morning, Craig and Michelle. Love your hair, Michelle. You both should get a star, please.
Well, I think so.
Yeah, well, we could do. Well,
do you know what? If Sarah can go up there and just put loads of stars,
yeah.
Why can't we?
Yeah, good point. Good point. I don't care if she's the boss, Charlotte. I don't care. If she didn't earn them, she's not getting them. Boss or no boss. By the way, we've got Johnny and Charlotte in the gallery. We've also got Sam as well. He's shadowing Johnny. He's a new member of our team. So you will have seen a picture on my social that I posted, and I'm sure you'll see many, many, many more pictures, eh, Sam? When I'm about anyway, that's for sure, absolutely. Kate McQueen's in, and Busy Lizzie on YouTube is saying, I'm looking forward to the Roaring Twenties craft along. I love this collection. I already made some fab cards with it. Perfect. Well, I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. If you do want to get your hands on that selection collection of the Roaring Twenties, this is a 13-piece when it comes to your Roaring Twenties. This one here is giving you stamps, dies, folders, ribbons, and more. Now, today's price is going to be £67 or $87. Still relatively new collection, but you've got your saving of $16.87 or $22.35. But we don't want you to pay that because we are hoping, of course, many of you are in Club Inspire. And if you're platinum level, that means this is going to come all the way down to £53.60 or $69.60 for you guys stateside. If you are across in Central Europe, you're going to be €77 on that today's price, but you just need to check out your website for your platinum price. All there on Shop the Day you can have a look at, of course. That will show you everything from the craft along later on, as well as your cartload earlier or later on, even later on with myself and Leanne. So when it comes to this collection, it's a 13-piece. What is it exactly that you're going to be getting? Well, you're going to be getting all that jazz. Now, this is a lovely collection selection where you're going to be getting some stamps, not just the stamps. This one here, for instance, it says 13-piece, but when you've got this collection selection, you've then got 4 within that one there. Now, carrying on with that collection selection is some more of your stamps. So you can see there, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but then we've given you some more. So this one here, within this selection collection, you've then got another 4 stamps. So you've got the couple there just looking at each other with the 2 love hearts, and then your sentiments. Now, with this being called a collection selection, it means you're getting dies in there as well. So you've got them like just discoing away, dancing away there, you know, when it comes to that silhouette effect there. I was doing a little bit of a dance there at the side, just there, yeah. Can't help it, shaking the hips. Not that I've got any hips. But then we're also giving you some of your organza ribbon within this collection selection. So you've got your 4 of them there. And these are deep colours anyway, so it's going to work with this collection. Then what we've got, within this selection, you've got your create a card. So this is then giving you the cut in or the cut out. And this is what we mean by it's a collection selection, because you're getting part of a collection with selected items in there. So within that one there, that outline die will give you a matte and layer if you want to, or if you choose to just use the decorative die within this collection selection, then you can do that. Now, talking of collection selection, you've got your embossing folder. Now, this one here, it is your 4x6, but it's a 3D embossing folder here. So the depth that you've got, whether you choose to use it as a standalone onto your white cardstock, or you want to do the inks, you can do that as well. Mixing lots of different collection selections. So you might want to go back to the peacock collection and then add these bits in as well. So these ones here, you can just do little tuck ins if you want to, or really lovely. Maybe if you follow along with the craft along that I done on Michelle's behalf last week and you don't have feathers, what a great way to take this out of your collection selection and use it in there. What about an edgeable? Now you can see that Roaring Twenties themes that run all the way throughout this collection selection, but then if you just want to use that as a banner or a border, you can absolutely do that. It's no problem whatsoever. What about a cut and emboss folder here? Now this one does exactly that. It's the Art Deco. Now you can then cut it, or emboss it, it's then going to cut that aperture in the middle as well. So when it comes to the collection selection of your folders and your stamps, your dies, etc., sentiment in the middle, or maybe you just want to come along with a photo, you can absolutely do that, but 4x6 as well within that size there. And then we cannot end a collection selection without an absolute enormous amount of stamps here. Now you've got your Shine Like the Stars, you've got Special Birthday Wishes, Just a Note, Party, Never, can't even read that back to front. We've got a little party, never hurt nobody. Absolutely not. It really, really didn't. So from a collection selection, you've got absolutely loads and loads and loads. And the reason we call it collection selection is because it's part of a collection, but it's just a selection of items from that one. So it really does enhances that title of a collection selection because it showcases so many of the key items. So if you want to get your hands across on that collection selection, it's on the website there, £67 or $87. Platinum comes down to £53.60 or $69.60, all across .co.uk, .com or .eu. But for this one, Michelle, it has always been a firm favourite of that theme. And it's something that we've never done, even in my time, just over 4.5 years, we've never really touched upon it. So this is why it was always so successful when it launched.
Absolutely. It is a stunning collection. The bigger collection, the smaller selection collection, it is all stunning. So I'm going to you, but we haven't, no, not even touched, I think, on anything remotely. I think we've got a couple of embossing folders actually that are going to work beautifully with this collection. But I think you find that, I think across all of our collections, you find stuff that you can mix and match with everything, which is, I think, what we do really well.
Yeah.
We don't do a collection that you can't use with anything else. You definitely can mix and match so much of these. So shall I get on with my demo?
Let's do it.
Right, so I have picked the scallop shell edgeable and this Charleston couple. Again, just two absolutely beautiful dies from this set. So when you pop this out, you can see, so with it being the edgeable, let me just pop that bit of glue off the back. You don't have the cutting edge here, you just have it down this side. So obviously when we pop it on there, it's just going to cut out that beautiful edge and it's going to stay attached to the rest of the card.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and again, I'm using some of that gorgeous paper from the 12x12 paper pad.
That was, I think that might have been one of the papers that was featured in the Play Your Crafts Right on Saturday past day with myself and Corin, that opposite side.
Yeah.
Which Corin actually won by one. She won by one.
By one, yeah. Every time I get one of those, I get the most impossible games. I think the last one I did was with Becky Redican. And it was all about art history.
Oh, I'd have no chance.
I had no chance. Not a clue. I failed spectacularly.
Was that our Nicola that done that game as well?
I think it was. I don't know. I'm sure someone
surprises
said that
me.
it was Jamie.
Oh.
But I don't know. One last parting gift, I think, from...
I was just away to say, yes, that's probably his last parting gift before he moved on. He probably gave us an impossible game. Yes.
It was so impossible, you won't believe it. There was stuff in there about the Mona Lisa and Banksy. I was guessing like I knew what I was talking about, but I didn't have a clue.
I would, yeah. I wouldn't even be acting as if I knew what I was talking about. Obviously, I've heard of those, and I know them about them, but...
Whichever Jamie, if it was baby Jamie or the Jamie that's left. Baby Jamie.
Baby Jamie that's like 8 feet tall, isn't it, you know? Bad game. Bad Jamie. So there you go. Look how it's cut out beautifully. You get that really gorgeous scallop shell. So I'm going to pop that to the side. It's not often, for me, Michelle, it's not often that I actually use my edibles or that in the paper pad, or part and paper. I usually do it within the cardstock, so it's good to see that. I do, but I just thought with the card that I'm wanting to do, I was just going to mat and layer, but then I thought I've got that beautiful edible. It's going to be daft actually to not actually cut it into the paper so I can see more of that gorgeous colour card coming through. So let's just pop this beautiful dancing couple through. So this gold card is those 12 by 12 pads. You've got the glitter card in there, and you've got the so there's gold, silver and a rose gold, isn't it? That's beautiful, that 12 by 12, isn't it?
I love though. And that gold in that paper pad absolutely works perfectly with this, because it's like an old gold,
it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Rather than, you know, a new shiny gold. So it works perfectly with this, it really does. Right, so let's pop those there.
This dye, it reminds me of the scene from A Wonderful Life when they're dancing on the swimming pool before it opens up. Yeah.
It's funny, my husband said that actually.
Yeah.
He loves that film.
He is watching, by the way.
Yeah.
Ben, he did say good morning. Sorry, Ben, I didn't read out your comment saying good morning, everyone. Morning, Ben.
I think it's because we always say before the show starts, oh, Ben's watching, that we forget to say hello when we're on air. Right, so I've got my bits cut out, and I've got a piece of card here, so it's 9.5 by 6. And I've folded it, so I'll give you the score marks. I've scored it at 2 and 4, so I've got that lovely fold there. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to bring this in. So we're just going to mat and layer that onto the back there. I've got a piece already mat and layered there. Again, I wanted that back piece to be different to this front piece.
Right.
And when my card comes together, you'll see why. So I've already got some ribbon just round the edge there. That is again from this collection. And let me bring in my tape pen.
And even although if you go for this collection selection, you might obviously not necessarily have the paper pad if you didn't go with it the original time, but you'll still be able to then follow what Michelle's doing, but just maybe bring in, I mean, that side there, for me, it kind of reminds me of some of the past Peacock collection that we've done in the past, so you could start to incorporate them instead.
It absolutely does, yeah. There we go, so love that. So I'm going to pop that straight down. So bring in this. So I think sometimes, especially with collections like this, that are so bold, you don't necessarily need to do lots and lots to them. Just use it. You can, I mean, me, I'm definitely more is more. So you can absolutely go to town with these. No, I know.
Your craft alongs are very subtle.
I like to think so. Just pop that.
There's a reason why your craft alongs are always some of the most popular ones. You do spectacular projects. I do love a 3D project. I do love sort of big, bold projects. But one of the main reasons I like to do them as well is because I always get people saying, oh, I could never do that. And I think if I can do one for you and break it down and show you actually that you can,
then I think, well, that's the whole point, I suppose, of a craft along, isn't it?
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
let people know, actually, you can do this. You can do exactly what we're doing. Just break it down step by step. And people have that aha moment. They're watching, they're like, that's how it's done. Right, so I'm going to pop that to the side. I've got 3 pieces of card here, all going down in size.
Right.
So I've scored, so we've got 2-inch scores on all of them. So if I fold this one as well, you can see that they've all got that 2-inch score at the front.
Okay.
In fact, I've even got I've even got all the sizes for these in case when I've done it, you can screenshot this right now and you can see exactly how to do it. So I've got 3 pieces, and again, I've got a tab there, and then I've got my 2 sides, and on all of them, that's sort of going to be the front. So let's pop this one on first. So what we're going to do is this piece here is going to glue against there, and it's going to sort of sit like that. So I need to put my piece of card on that middle piece. So you can see I've got a tab there.
Yep.
It's going to glue to the back. This piece here is going to glue here. So let me pop this on with tape. And again, I'm doing this sort of particular card because I just thought when it's finished, the sort of shape of the base really lends itself to the quite Art Deco Roaring Twenties of this card. Right, so I'm going to tape all down this side.
Nanny to the girls on YouTube saying, good morning all, late to the party. Happy to see Michelle is back and ready to wow us with her makes. Oh, she absolutely is. Karen Carter said, morning all, I'm a bit late to the party too. I've just dropped my son somewhere as he has a flat tyre. Nice to see you back, Michelle, and hope you're feeling a lot better now.
Thank you.
Nothing worse as well, is it? A flat tyre. It's like, oh.
No.
It's not too bad if you're near a garage, but if you're not.
Well, that's it, isn't it?
And because it happened to me last year when I blew a tyre, more modern cars now, they don't actually have a spare tyre in the boot.
Really?
Which I didn't realise that when I got my new car, which is like a couple of years old now, and it happened in the middle of nowhere. Oh. I was like, don't worry, I'll sort it. Went into the boot and it's not there. I'm like, oh, great.
Oh my gosh.
So I had to then just call the A. It was with the A. Charlotte was saying, you know, what do you have to do? That was my thought as well, Charlotte. Thankfully, I did have a signal, but my worry was because it was actually the day, if you remember, going to Chillingham Castle, and we're coming on the way back, and that's when it happened. So I was literally in the middle of nowhere, but I did have a signal. But yeah, afterwards I was thinking, say I didn't have a signal. Apparently you can request to have an extra tyre in your car. Of course, it costs you. But yeah, most of the cars now you don't get one.
I suppose you just assume because they've
Yeah,
always
I
had
did.
a spare tyre.
Wrongly.
You're not going to request something you don't know you need.
Nope, wrongly assumed.
Right, so there we go. You can see I've popped the first one on. We're going to do exactly the same with this one. I've glued that big tab there, and I've just popped a little bit of glue on that one. So this is going to pop right up to the side of that one, just like we did here.
Okay.
And we're going to flatten that. You always make sure your card flattens both ways when you're doing something like this. So we're going to pop that on there, and then I'm going to fold this underneath. I'm not going to stick this, I'm just going to fold it, making sure, so I'm going to fold it right back on itself. And then when you bring this that way, it's going to automatically stick down for you. So do you see what I mean about the shape, how it sort of lends itself
cool.
perfectly to...
It's the style, isn't it? Yeah.
So there we go. So just one last one. We're going to do exactly the same again. Let's get all these folded.
Sandra Dundas is saying, big capital letters, you are an inspiration, Michelle. You showed me the basics. Now I get adventurous.
Oh.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah. Thank you. I've had some really lovely messages this past couple of weeks, especially since, actually, when you did that craft along. So many people have said what an amazing craft along it was. And again, it's one of those that some people will look at and think, I can't do that.
Well, see, when I thought it, I thought, I hope she's going to put the instructions in for me.
Did you see the instructions I give you?
They were handy.
I scribble notes down and I hope people understand it. You've seen them. I have like these.
Yeah. Well, you see, because I do everything at 1/4 of an inch, and I think of measurements in a different way that you do.
Yeah.
So your measurements were in 1/4 of an inch, but because I don't think of 1 6/8 or something like that, I was like live. I was like, I'm just going to do this at the nearest 1/4 of an inch. Who was it that was in my ear? Was it? Oh, I can't remember who was in my ear. They were like, yeah, Craig, that is. It was Johnny, yeah. And they were like, that. No, it was Corin. Because Corin was presenting. She was like, because you know what she's like with the maths. She was like, yeah, Craig, that is such and such 3/4. It's exactly the same. It's just Michelle writes it different to you.
Yeah.
I was like, just follow Michelle's instructions. She's written them for you, Craig. Just follow them.
There we go. Look at that.
Look at that.
And you can see how easy it was. So again, if you like that, I do have these. So if you want the sizes, I'll pop them on my Facebook page afterwards. But even flattened that way, the whole design, whichever way you look at it, I think really lends itself to this beautiful roaring 20s. So again, you can see that I'm making sure it folds flat both ways. And then when it's up, it's going to stand up like
smart.
that.
It's like the stairs for Strictly Come Dancing.
Yes, yeah, definitely. So I've got Thanks for Being There. That is again from the stamp set in this collection. And I have got my Charleston couple. I've got it cut out in black because we're going to do a nice little drop shadow with that gold popping from behind. Just bring in my tape pen. I'm going to use a little bit of my Dotty. I always feel very guilty using this when we've got none in stock yet.
Actually, that was another question from Sandra, but I'm scared to actually even read it out.
I know. So as soon as the Dotty comes back into stock, we will run out of stock of the normal. There we go. Beautiful drop shadow. It's going to pop on there. I'm just going to pop a couple of foam pads behind it.
I'm laughing at Kirsty D. And in actual fact, I'll read what Rachel is saying. Rachel's saying, usually they come with that weird inflate thing that gunks up to block the hole. Now, don't they? And then she says the person who doesn't drive. Kirsty D on YouTube. Sorry, it is funny. My dad was driving home on the motorway when he saw a wheel go past. He laughed until he realised it was the wheel of his van. The wheel ended up in a field, causing a small fire. Sorry, I don't know why. She did put laughing emojis, Johnny. Yeah, she did put laughing emojis. Yep, she definitely did. Yeah. Oops. See, I'm not the only one that's laughing.
I must admit, many years ago, we were once driving down to my in-laws for Christmas, and the actual car set on fire. Well, the engine. I mean, that's not, well, this next bit's not the funny bit, it's awful. There was something wrong with some sort of injector type thing on there, I don't know. And we pulled into a lay-by because the car was starting to smoke a little bit. So we pulled into this lay-by. My husband turned the engine off, but it didn't turn off. It just carried on revving and revving and revving. And you knew that, you know, we had to get out of the car. So we all got out and run. And I looked back and I'd left Joseph. I mean, he was about 10, but Joseph was still in the car. And you could see he couldn't get, because he was panicking, he couldn't get his seatbelt off. So Ben had to run back to the car, get Joseph out. Don't know, I'm such a bad mum, such a bad mum. I wasn't laughing then, honest. But we looked back and he's like, Mom, you can get out of the car. He's fine. He's fine. I think that might be why he's a mechanic now.
Maybe. There you go then. There you go.
But yeah, cars, I have known nothing about cars. I just know that they're big,
I know nothing
scary.
about them. And I drive them.
No.
Apart from what Johnny's just said, yes, they're expensive to drive and fix.
Right, so there you go. So if I turn that round for you guys now, We've got a lovely
cool is
card
that?
base that is very relevant to the collection that I've used.
That is absolutely fabulous. Now you'd be able, of course, to recreate that if you've got that original collection when it comes to the paper pads. If not, then you can go for this collection selection where you are going to be getting your 13 pieces. Now I say 13 pieces, in actual fact, I even missed out because you've got your sequins, you've got your Gildan flakes as well. I didn't even show them at the start. So look at that, you're getting all of that full bundle that you are going to be getting. Let's briefly go through the stamps themselves, so the stamps and of course all the additional items, because you're going to get it all for £67 or $87. If you are platinum, it is coming down to $53.60 or $69.60. So you're going to get all that jazz together forever. You're also then going to be getting your Raise Your Glass. You've then also got your Charlton couple, so that's the one that Michelle just used a moment ago. You are going to be getting your organza ribbon. You're also going to be getting your showgirl. Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl. You've got your floral deco in your 3D embossing folder. You've got your fancy feather. You've then also got your scallop shell. You're also then going to be getting your Art Deco frame, so that's a cut and emboss, and then you're going to be getting Shine Like the Stars. Shine, shine like a... Gosh, that's going back one, isn't it? That just came in my... Shine, shine like my... Is it not Shaggy, is it? Is it no?
I'm not sure.
Anyway, you're getting all of that. And you're going to get all that gold sequence, and you're going to be getting the Gildan Flake Toolkit as well for £67 or $87. Platinum price comes all the way down to £53.60, or for you guys stateside, $69.60. It is across on .co.uk, .com or .eu. Go into Shop the Day, you're going to find everything that we're going to be showcasing all throughout the day here on Crafters TV. Be sure to check out that section where you've got your Build Your Own bundle. Also check out the Colour Me Happy. This is the last chance to get your hands on your anniversary deals as well, 10% off individual items. There's also a clearance section as well. But what we are going to do is we're going to give you a little opportunity to check out your basket. We did have incredible inspiration yesterday. I was dotting in while I was at home watching, and that is of course with the wonderful Sheena. So talented, and here's a little bit more about her, if you want to know.
My dad was a printer, which was the old, you know, the old letter set printer, the type, the old printer's type. So he used to bring home offcuts of card. And so I always had paper and card around me from as long as I can remember. He would donate bits of offcuts to the school I went to, and so it was always accessible. My mum and dad bought me colouring products, art products, and good quality art products, like adult quality art products. So I found I could draw from a really early age. So really between that and crafting, it's just been punctuating all through my life. I think you can get inspiration from anywhere. It's hard, there's never one source. It's from anywhere. It could be a crafting person, it could be a non-crafting person. It inspires me in different aspects. It could be art, inspiration from artists, inspiration from crafters, or inspiration on just inspiring people. It's all about the viewers. If it wasn't for the viewers, then there's no purpose in what. What am I doing it for? It's not about me, what I can do, it's about what I can inspire the viewers to do. And if I'm not inspiring them, then I'm not doing my job. So it's all about the viewers, and keeping them interested, fired up to give new things a try. And mostly, any blocks, anything that holds someone back is more confidence than ability. That's what I've found. So if I can inspire people and give them that little bit of confidence to give them the nudge, fantastic. I think the biggest achievement is keep doing what I'm doing for so long now. I remember, when I first started, everything's new. It can just, maybe the enthusiasm and the love for what you do might wane. but it hasn't. You know, here I am, as I said, 18 years further down the line, professionally crafting, and I think that's my greatest achievement, is that I'm still loving it, doing it, enjoying it, and the feedback's been incredible from, you know, from the crafters, and that's what I'm doing it for. So that, I think, is my greatest achievement, and the feedback I'm still getting. Not many people know this, but I'm going to share this now. Is when I lived in America and I was 19, my eyelashes turned white. So this is still my hair colour. Oh, I'm getting on a bit now, but it's just my natural hair colour, dark hair colour, white eyelashes. I look like, you know, the John Wyndham, you know, the Midwich Cuckoos. I look like one of those little alien people with me if I don't wear mascara. Underneath it, lily white eyelashes. Go figure. I did worry for a while I was going to turn white, you know, emanate now from my eyes, which would have looked very strange to try and disguise for a bit.
Actually, no, Stephen, I wasn't thinking of Shine Bright Like a Diamond by Rihanna. The song I was actually singing, who was it by?
Aswad.
Aswad, yeah, Aswad. Shine Like a Star, or
Yeah.
Shine, I think it's maybe just called Shine, the star you are. Alison Lee on Facebook saying, I've been asked to make boxes for someone who makes necklaces, etc. Think the Roaring Twenties will be ideal for decorating the boxes.
Yes.
Great
absolutely
idea.
Perfect. Yeah.
Really good idea. Yeah, I could see that as well. Really could. Linda on Facebook is saying, I made a light box with this collection, the Roaring Twenties. Rachel is saying, loads of love for that last card, Michelle, what you just done there. Loads of love, which I'm not surprised. It's so cool. But then, as you said as well, even referring back to the craft-alongs, the way that you break them down. You know, at first you might look at what you've just made there and thought, oh gosh, you know, is that maybe a little bit complicated? But it's just scoring, isn't it?
Just
scoring and
yeah.
assembling.
That's it.
You know, it really is a nice way to see how it's all broken down. And Michelle Harris is saying, should make this card for my daughter's 33rd birthday next month. She would love that.
Yeah.
She absolutely would do. And also, Michelle, yes, throughout today you can send photos in. If you are going to be tuning in with Michelle's Craft Along, you can send photos as to what you're going to be making across to the team. They will then, well, they'll get them up throughout the day. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. I'd love to see what you're going to be making. Right, we're going to have a look at some of our cartload items now. We've got our Spectrum Noir special tonight. That's going to be with myself and Leanne. Myself and Michelle for the first two shows today, then myself and Leanne for cartload later on. And the first one we're going to have a look at is our single pen mystery bag. Now, you're going to get 16. These are going to be £20 or $35. Look at that saving. You're saving £15.34 or $18.04. But if you're platinum price, that's going to come down to £16, or for you guys stateside, £28. Now, it is a mix of classics and also illustrator pens. So do you know what? I'm going to keep going until Johnny tells me to stop. We've got Antique Plum. So this one here is your classic pen. So we've got Antique Plum. We've also got our Antique Pink. So you will get these. This is what you will get. If you do go and multi-buy, so if you go for a few mystery bags, you will duplicate, because this is what you're going to be getting. Aniseed. We've also then got your natural brown. We've also got our, let's have a look, cranberry. We've then also got, let's dive in, salmon. Definitely says aniseed. We've then definitely got true black. We've then also got, you can tell I'm doing the classic first, sky blue. And we've also got, Johnny's not said stop, so I'm keeping going, brown grey 5 from Classics. Then we've got our illustrators. Remember, you're going to get these all. Carnation. You're also going to be getting Blossom. You're also then going to be getting Mint Blue. Also going to be getting your Damson. You're then going to be getting your Rose. You're also going to be getting your Purple. And then last but by no means least, you're also going to be getting Grass. So you're going to be getting 16 in total, half of these ones being your Illustrator pens, half of these ones being your Classique pens. Now these are such a really good deal for your Spectrum Noir. This basically, or essentially works out at £1 a pen anyway. Now when it comes to these ones here, platinum price. Now with these ones, you can then still of course come along and colour all your different mediums, your acetate, your gems, your pearls, your ribbons, etc, etc. Maybe you've not tried our Classique range yet, or maybe you've not tried our Illustrator range yet. Nice way to get your hands on these ones, give them a shot, see how they feel in your hand, see the coverage that you get. Certainly with the Illustrator pens, because we tend to apply that to our cardstock, a little bit different to our Classique pens, but you can still build up blend with some of these ones as well. So although we tend to refer to the 3-tone blend, you're still going to be able to use these in multiple ways, whether you're choosing just to lay down the base colour of each individual colour, or as I say, if you are going to be then colouring different mediums, you can absolutely do that. But all 16 pens of Spectrum Noir, it is going to be coming up within the cartload later on with myself and Leanne, but we are giving you a head start. It is on shop today. If you are paying that today's price, still exceptional at £20 or $35, because you're saving $15.34 or $18.04. But of course, if you are platinum, that's then going to come down to £16 or $28. Nice way to also top up some of maybe the colours that you use some of these ones and you just want to have them extra when it comes to doing your colouring on your colouring stash. But that is there on the website. So from one mystery bag to another one that Michelle's got right now.
I have got the most exciting mystery bag for you. In fact, it's that exciting, I'm not going to show you anything in it. So over to Craig. No.
Well.
I'm kidding. No, I will show you. I'm going to go for the biggest first. Oh, look what's in this bag.
No way.
So you have got that patina collection. So you've got, in fact, you have got Sun Glow, Rich Copper and Verdigris. These 3 colours, that green is one that I use so much. They are just absolutely beautiful. So you have got 3 pots of our luxury gilding flakes in here.
Okay.
These you're going to use all the time. In fact, if you've got these, you are using them all the time. So what better way to stock up than to get this mystery bag? So you've got 3 of our clear overlay sparkle pens. The little yellow thingamabob on there is what you take off, you give it a shake to wake it, and you have got the most gorgeous, I mean the amount of glitter that is in here is just immense. So these are absolutely beautiful. So you've got that 3-pack there. Our acrylic paint markers. So you have got these, so it's literally red, yellow, green, blue. Even I don't need to read the back to tell you that one. But if you've had these before, again, another opportunity to stock up on these because, you know, it's an acrylic paint in there. So you're going to be able to use this on all sorts of mediums, not just your card and your scrapbooking, things like that. You're going to, you know, we've got the pebbles. People are doing some amazing artwork on pebbles of all things, aren't they?
I know.
You know, with these acrylic paint markers, your glasses, you know, your drinking glasses, things, not your reading glasses. you colour on your reading glasses, you're not going to be seeing much, are you?
Oh, that would be so funny. Gran or Grandad's glasses, or Mum or Dad's, Auntie and Uncle.
Yes, so, and again, they lay down beautifully to these acrylic markers. And then, so, back to our classiques. You've got this lovely collection of 6. And they're all, so if I turn that round, you can see that they're all of the same colour family, so you're definitely going to be able to do your tone-on-tone blending with this, the colours that are in here. And again, obviously they're double-ended.
God, are you still going?
I'm still going. There's quite a few more things in here. These are literally the best thing since sliced bread. Our tricolour brush pens. I love these. In fact, I reach for these now over everything. Because I love the fact that you've got blends in these that I would never be able to come up with. So if I went to my classiques and tried to pick 3 seemingly random colours, it would never work for me. And the fact that we've done that for you, we've taken all that guesswork, well, not we, the royal we. So Leanne and her team have taken the guesswork out and have got a beautiful blend with 3 colours that, you know, don't think, or I would never, what have we got, 216 or 18 classiques? I would never go to them and try to figure that out. I mean, you don't need to. It's been done for you in these amazing brush pens.
And they're in the burgundy barrel.
I love that. I was thinking, do I ask you to say it?
Just ask me, I'm a performing monkey when it comes to these words.
It's like the, I came up quite a while ago and asked you to say purple burglar alarm.
You did, didn't you? Purple burglar alarm. Oh, it's not bad that time. Purple burglar, purple burger, purple burger, purple burglar alarm. It's purple. Apparently Scottish people can't say that.
Yeah.
Kind of proved that there, didn't I?
Well, to be fair, I had to say it very slowly to get it out properly, so. The words. Right, illustrators. We've got a couple of illustrators. Alpine green. And again, so do you know, I've started using these a lot more because they've got that brush pen on there, or that brush nib. I always used to reach for either my tri-blends or my classiques, but actually, because I always thought illustrators are for real artists, so I sort of shied away from them. But actually, the nibs, there's 2 different nibs on here, obviously different to your classiques. So using them all, you've got those 4 different nibs, and you are getting some real different effects by using all of these. Another illustrator in here, so that's cherry red, so you're getting 2 illustrators. And then we have got a quick dry ink pad, that is the straw bale. No, it's not, it's your lemon tonic, sorry. And that's your quick dry one. And then we have one of these gorgeous things. So this is your Midas ink pad, and that's the one in bronze. So again, so you're getting a couple of ink pads, you're getting your tricolours, you're getting classiques, you're getting 2 illustrators, you're getting some acrylic pens, you're getting 3 clear sparkle overlays, and 3 pots of our gilding flakes. So just a couple of things in there for you for, well, if you platinum £32 or $40, that is amazing.
That is absolutely exceptional, that bundle. That really, really is. I was like, oh my gosh, she's going to stop. She kept going and going and going. What a bundle, that one. You're going to have to be quick for that one, though. I personally think that is one that's going to be, you know, kind of calm actual cartload later on. You will find everything that myself and Michelle are showing you on Shop the Day on the website. But what you've seen a moment ago, what Michelle was showing you there, was inside there was a pack of your 3 clear sparkle overlays. What would work with that one is a full pack of sparkle pens. Now this one here, it is buy 2 get 1 free. Essentially it's working out at 30% saving. So for all 3 packs here, so it's 9 sparkle pens in total, you're going to be £25.98 or $37.98. If you are platinum, that's then going to come down to £20.78 or $30.38. So within these colours here, you are going to be getting rose quartz, you're going to get soft jade, and then moonstone. Within this middle one here, you're going to be getting holly leaf, smoke quartz, and then harvest moon. And then you're also then going to be getting aquamarine, pink garnet, and firefly. Each of these ones here are all water-based, so should you choose to use them to colour in your images, you'll need your waterproof ink pad and also some of your watercolour card, but you can absolutely do that. You've got that really nice brush nib where you've then got that fine bristles as well, but then you can start to use them to create all your different backgrounds too. So if you love faux bleaching, you can start to do that, of course. If you are, as I said a moment ago, wanting to go in and cherry pick sections on your stamp designs, you can absolutely do that. You can do splatter effects, you can then do things, even with things like this, you can do the salt technique or your bubble wrap technique, anything like that. And you're always going to get that sparkle that runs all the way throughout. If you go for these ones and you were to go for that mystery bag that Michelle was showing you, in that one you've got the clear sparkle overlay. So that sparkle, no colour, but they still work together. You can then start to draw the colour out so you get more of a lighter or a pastel tone. That being said, say you weren't to go for the one that Michelle just showed you a moment ago, still use these as standalone. You can then still, of course, draw that colour out, blend it out, so you've got lots of different shades. You can even blend some together as well if you want to. But that full pack there is so many inspirational ideas, demonstrations, where you will then find them across on our YouTube channel. So anything within mystery bags that you're seeing between myself and Michelle, or any of the products, you can always go back on our Crafters TV YouTube channel, type in Spectrum Noir, or type in Sparkle Pens, or Gildan Flake, something like that. And so many shows that we've done all across the board here on the team, you will find them there popping up. This is no exception, being the Sparkle Pens as well. I am sure as well over time you'll see Sheena use them as well. Absolutely phenomenal ways in which Sheena will be using them, I'm sure. But you can go for all of these ones here. Works out it works out that you're buying two, you're getting one for free. 30% saving. £25.98 or $37.98. If you're platinum, it comes down to £20.78 or $30.38. It is, of course, on Shop the Day. Tricia is saying, this is going back to the Roaring 20s, I'm working on invitations for a friend's mother turning 90. She wants a Roaring 20s design, so I'm happy that I got this collection, and happy she only wants 25, mainly for older folk. Tricia's wrote that. We've also got Linda on Facebook is saying, I sent a picture of the light box I made with the 20s design. Excellent. The team will keep an eye out for that one as well. And Michelle Harris, is asking, that first demonstration that you done there, would you need a box for the demonstration that you done?
So for this one, so
Yeah.
you mean a box? No, because if you look, it's going to fold perfectly flat. So if you are, you can see it folds absolutely perfectly flat.
So it does.
So if you wanted to present it this way, you could absolutely pop it in a box, and then when they open it, it looks like that. But no, it's going to go perfectly in an envelope, which is why I always say when you are doing anything like this, when you make sure that it folds flat both ways, you know, it just makes it a lot easier for you to fold it flat and put in an envelope. But no, absolutely not. Can if you want, but we'll go in an envelope.
Excellent, thank you very much. And, well, in actual fact, we're just going to go straight back to Michelle, because you've got something else that you want to show us, don't you?
I have some tri-blend brush pens. So I just showed you some tricolour. So sort of the name gives it away for you. So if you're getting the tricolours, you've got 3 different colours, but these are our tri-blends. So you know that in each pen, you're going to get a blend of colours. So you have got dark red blend, you've got a brown grey blend, and an ice grey blend. And it even tells you, so you've got for the dark red, you've got a DR1, 4 and 7. So again, you know, all those colours have been picked for you for these to blend absolutely perfectly. You've got that brush nib in there, and again, it's giving you lots of different effects as when it comes to your colouring. So in this one, so yes, this is the second pack of 3.
Okay.
This is our cottage garden, and you have got the bright pink blend, a light green blend, and a purple blend in there. Going to work beautifully together. So what was that one? That classic chic, cottage garden. And again, so you've got that beautiful brush nib on there. Perfect for your flowers, perfect for those nature kind of scenes that you're going to be colouring in. Autumn hues. So this one is burnt orange, dull green, and gold brown. So again, you are getting 3 in each, so your burnt orange is BO1, 3 and 4. So even down to, in these brush pens, we've picked the 3 shades of that colour that are going to blend beautifully together. So you are going to get all 3 of these. And the thing is, even if you've got these, they're not refillable, so you are going to have to, I know some of you have figured out how to refill these. We don't advise it. It's not something we recommend. So you definitely, if you colour as much as I've started colouring lately, you're definitely going to be replacing these, because after all, a pen is a consumable. But £15.98 platinum, or $23.92. That's a crazy price. So you're getting 9 pens, but you're getting, I had to count. Did you see me counting in my head then?
Yeah.
27 I know it's on the graphic, I could have just read it. But I just wanted to make myself look daft. So I'll read the graphics. 27 colours you're getting. Would you believe it? But the most amazing pens. And again, I was saying, I always think like our pens and stuff, they're for artists, because I consider myself a crafter. But actually, our products make you look like an artist. So
They do, yeah.
yeah, they really do.
Excellent, absolutely excellent, that deal as well. If you're wondering, like, oh, gosh, why have they got these incredible deals when it comes to Spectrum Noir? It is because the last few days anyway, we've been celebrating our Colour Me Happy anniversary. And this is kind of like the last day where we're celebrating the anniversary of Colour Me Happy. And we've got Leanne for incredible cartload later on, where you've already seen so far the incredible deals on the bundles that we've got from Spectrum Noir. That's only a smidge as to what you're going to see throughout the actual show later on tonight. So I would advise going across on the website and having a look, shopping ahead when it comes to the cartload deals. What I would say as well, when it comes to the Colour Me Happy anniversary, we do also have a deal where it comes to individual items. So you will see that photo across on the website that you can click onto. So individual items, what you can do is you can get an extra 10% off. You will, in the promo code, have to put CMH10 in the promo code as well. So that's for individual items of Spectrum Noir across on our website. So we've got incredible deal bundles when it comes to Spectrum Noir from Cartload, but then if you go onto the website and have a look at the individual section of Colour Me Happy, what you will then find is you will get 10% off. You just need to put that CMH10 in the promo code to activate that additional 10% off. So we've got a few things going as well leading up to this final day of the anniversary of our Colour Me Happy. Now we're going to go in with another one now, with this one here. So this one here, you're actually going to be paying for something that you use every single day, and then when it comes to Spectrum Noir, you're going to be getting the art liners for free. So for free, it is your Spectrum Noir 6-pack art liners. Now these ones here are worth $12.99. But for you guys stateside, these ones here are worth $17.99. Now you are going to get in your brush, you're going to get your 0.8, 0.5, 0.3, 0.1, 0.05. Now you can be using these ones with your alcohol colouring. I use mine a lot where I've maybe stamped an image and I've maybe just missed a little connection point on the stamp. Go in with your art liner, just fill it in, and then you can go away, you can colour, and no one's going to know that you actually missed a little section. That's, of course, if I was using the Noir Black alcohol-proof ink pad. But that's what you're getting for free. What you're paying for, and as I say, this is what we use day in, day out, and that is card blanks. These ones here are your Centura Pearl card blanks. So you've got your rose gold. Now, not only is the card blank 4x6 and it is Centura Pearl, you've then got the envelope as well, which is Centura Pearl. Now, it's a lighter weight paper for your Centura Pearl, or lighter weight cardstock, so the envelope isn't as heavy as the card blank, but it's still Centura Pearl. It is 310 GSM as well for the card blank, and you've got 8 in total. So that's 8 card blanks, and you've got 8 of the envelopes in that metallic rose gold. But you've also got metallic gold. Once again, Centura Pearl, 310 GSM for the card blank, Centura Pearl lightweight cardstock for the envelope. You've got 8 of these as well. Metallic silver when it comes to that pack, and then you're also getting your snow white. Each of these ones, all 4, are essentially what you are paying for. So in each pack, you're getting 8 card blanks and 8 envelopes. You're going to be $19.96 or $27.96. Look at that saving. Your saving is the price, of course, you can see, of the art liner. That's what you're going to be getting for free. But your platinum price comes down to $15.97 or $22.37. So you're paying for something that we use day in, day out. That's the card blanks and the envelopes in that Centura Pearl. But you're getting all 6 of your art liners completely free, which is absolutely exceptional. If you'd put this in front of me before I came in today and said, right, what do you think the deal would be on this one? I would have said, well, probably what you'll be is you'll pay for 3 packs of the card blanks and them, and you'll get one of these for free. That's what I thought. Or just take them ones out. You know, that one there is already an incredible price when it comes to just the card blanks themselves. $15.97 or $22.37. You're probably, off the top of my head, you've probably seen them round about that price anyway in the past. But without something that is Spectrum Noir, today you are getting your art liners as well. Do you know what? Even if you don't doodle, even if you don't sandtangle, even if you don't use them to fill in the gaps, I also use mine to handwrite. You know, greeting cards or on the front of envelopes to poster that.
Yeah.
I still use them for things like that as well. So another really good one. You've got the card blanks and the art liners as well, all on Shop the Day. Really, really good one. Really chuffed at that one. So if you thought that's really, really good, wait until this one. This is a humdinger.
This is amazing. Even I don't need to use my fingers to add this one up because this is just crazy. So I have got our colour blend pencils. So these, and it says it on the front, so, but I need to say it because they really are an artist quality pencil. So I have got three tins of these for the price of one.
Wow.
In fact, they're $24.99 each. So actually, you're getting 3 for less than the price of one. So this is the essentials. So these are, the quality on these is just beyond. I'm just going to pop one out, and if I just pop that there, I mean, you can see the intensity of the colour in there. I mean, that is jam-packed full with colour. We don't have all those fillers in there that you can get in some pencils. So you've got the essentials. So if I just pop that over, you have got, like it says on the tin, all those essential colours that you're going to be using. So you've got white, linen, eggshell, and then you're going through to things like canary, pumpkin, nectarine. You've got your pinks in there. Some of the names are just lovely. The mulberry, pistachio, Prussian blue. I have to say that carefully. Prussian. Cinnamon,
Cinnamon?
I know.
Can I just say, the reason that's more funnier than it actually was is because Johnny said it at the exact same time as me.
Yeah, so you've got your cinnamon through to your smoky pewter. I can never pronounce that. Is it taupe?
Taupe.
Taupe and black. It's the Yorkshire accent. It makes everything sound so. So your essentials. Now, if you're using these on their own, if you're using them over your colour blend pens that you've used, any of our classiques, and then going in with, if you've got some of our blending solution, these really bring your colourings or your pictures or whatever, your stamps, really bring them to life. I mean, you've got to see it to believe it. The way it just, I do it all the time now. I never thought to do it before, but I got my first tin and then I coloured over an image that I'd already used my classiques on, and I just sort of sat and looked at it for ages because it's quite mind-blowing how sort of 3D or real it makes your colouring look. So again, so what am I on? I'm on your naturals. So again, you can see from the colours on the back of the tin, you've got all those naturals in there. You've got lemongrass, and again, the names are just fabulous. I can't read that one. That one's just grass. So that one's not as exciting, but still a beautiful colour. Shamrock, and then you've got forest green, you've got alpine, you've got fern green, you've got stone, walnut. So again, you can see, again, by the names, you've got some beautiful natural colours in there. And then the one that you're going to use so much, this is your primaries. You're going to go to these. I go to these, I think, a lot more than the others. But all beautiful colours in there. And you can see, again, you've got a beautiful mix of these colours. They're highly pigmented. They colour like velvet. And the blending with them as well. I mean, I know it's a pencil, but the blending with them is, again, off the charts. So you've got mustard and flame red. You've got raspberry. Ivy, royal blue, I'm not going to say that one because I can't say that. Mauve. Thank you. Blackberry, maroon, espresso. Oh, I like that one. So with all three of these, you have got nearly every colour that you're ever going to need, and all for the price of just one, well, less than one. So three tins for the price of one tin. So £24, $36. That is an amazing price. Really is.
I can't wait to see Leanne's face when she actually sees that one.
For that, yeah, it's crazy.
For that one.
Because the thing is, these don't need to be in the sale or reduced or anything like that, because they sell. Because, you know, the quality of all our Spectrum Noir speaks for itself. But the fact that, I'm going to say we again, the royal we, but I'm going to take the credit for it because I'm here. The fact that we're bringing it to you at that price is just... it's astounding. Really.
It was. Well, originally, up till this morning, you were only getting 1 tin, but Michelle, she was kicking and screaming and said she wanted 2 extra ones as well. So it is down to Michelle. But yeah, maybe you've been on that journey of the Academy of Colour. Maybe this time last year, as much as that's a good deal, great deal in fact, you maybe thought, actually, well, no, I'm not comfortable, I'm not confident when it comes to blending with the colour blend pencils. But you've been on that journey where a couple of the classes that Leanne has taught you has been around colour blend pencils. You know, we've had the duo ones as of late. So maybe that's gained the confidence in you, and then now you're thinking, I'm going to go for these ones. Well, what a perfect time. I've seen buy one, get one free, or I've seen them at half price. Yeah. I've not seen them where you're buying one and you're getting another 2 for free. I've never seen that one. Something to think about, or maybe you want to just divvy them out between friends, maybe craft clubs or craft crops, or I know we're still only in April going into May as well, but you know where I'm thinking as well, at that kind of deal. For instance, QVC UK had a TSV yesterday. I thought, that's going to do a couple of family members, so I bought a couple, and that'll go in the cupboard for Christmas presents. So already thinking ahead.
Or even Secret Santas, because you...
Oh my gosh, could you imagine that?
Could you imagine opening...
Someone gets a Toblerone, nothing against Toblerones, I like the white ones, and then someone else gets a colour blend pencil pack.
Yeah, definitely. It's just, and the thing is, it's even at 25...
Yeah, let's not talk about Secret Santas. Yeah, let's talk. Bit of a raw subject on that one, eh, Michelle? But yeah, good point. Really good point. Really good point. I'll get you a pack of colour blend pencils this year, even though you work for us.
Thanks.
Take them.
I'll just take these, yeah.
The Royal We. The Royal We said you could just take them. So, all 3. So, from colour blend pencils to what about your discovery kits? Now, with your discovery kits here, these ones here, these are all individual. So this one here is the art of illustration. So I've got 4 for you to choose from. Each of these ones, again, they are individual. They are all £20. If you are looking at that percentage, you're saving 30% on each of these ones here. So as I say, this one is your advanced discovery kit, £20 or $24. Your platinum price is £16 or £19.20. Now, if I jump back to that today's price, you're saving on your art of illustrations and all of them $9.99 or $10.95. This is like a class and beyond in a box. This is giving you the ability to work on your colouring. This one is based on illustrators and combining your classiques. We've got Tatiana here that steps you through when it comes to the instructions that you've got inside. And I say instructions, you've got guides about colour blends, colour palettes, the way that you lay the colours, all of that is included. Not only have you got the pens themselves, so you've got 3 classic pens, and then when it comes to your illustrator pens there, you've got 7. I had to think about that one there for a moment. But you're even getting an art liner as well. You've got some colouring sheets as well to start you off. These colouring sheets are on the perfect cardstock as well for you to do the alcohol colouring with it being classics and illustrators, it's alcohol colouring, but you've got the guide too. So whether you're using it for yourself, maybe instead of actually bringing all your pens down or all your stamps down to the living room, if you want to colour in front of the TV with the family, you know, like me, if I'm watching TV, I want to be doing something.
Yeah.
Well, instead of bringing it all down, what about just bringing down a box? And then that could sit at the side of the settee or the back of the settee, or for things such as these ones here. Now, in a moment, we'll go over to the next one. The next one I'm away to show you is actually one that, not that I want to go in the hospital anytime soon, but that was in the past. But whenever I have been, I've always taken the next one, which is the mandalas that we'll show you in a second. So these ones are all good for things such as that. That one is your art of illustration based on your predominantly your illustrator pens, but it's incorporating some of your classic pens as well. What we've also got then is your mindful mandalas. Also 30% saving, £20, $24. You're saving a tenner, just over $10. If you are platinum, it comes down to £16 or £19.20. What you're getting within these ones here is your tri-blend pens. You're getting 6 tri-blend pens. Now, just to say, when it comes to each of these I'm showing you, they are not new tri-blend or illustrator pens. These are colours or pens that you will find within our range, but it's nice that they're all contained together. As I said, you're not having to cherry pick certain pens or certain stamped images or certain ink pads to do the stamping if you're in the kitchen, if you're not fortunate enough to have a craft room and you do your crafting at a kitchen or the dining table or on the settee, all held in together there. You've got your 2 art liners as well. You've got your colouring sheets. And I say colouring sheets, these are big ones. These are A4 because it is your big discovery kit. So that one is your masterful mandalas. That is the one that I take if I am in the hospital. Then it just sits in there and I can just doodle away when it comes to colouring. But the depth that you've got within these ones is exceptional. Then we're going to go on to the comic book heroes. Now, if I remember correctly, this one is Debbie Robinson's favourite. She's done some incredible... Michelle's nodding away, isn't she?
Yeah. I love this one.
It's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, but I know Nick as well, so Nicola Yao.
Ah.
In fact, I've got her, she's donating a prize to my fundraiser.
Brilliant.
So what she's going to do is whoever wins her prize, she's going to work with you on a piece of art. So it can be of your dog, it can be of your kids, or it can be some fan art. So it's entirely up to you. So she's very generously donated that, but she is so lovely and disgustingly talented.
Yeah, it's horrible when you've got someone like that. Disgustingly talented, absolutely. Incidentally, on that one, check out Michelle's page, and I've also, myself and Michelle, we took a photo earlier on together that I'm going to post with a link to, of course, Michelle's fundraiser as well, because it is a great cause. It's all across there that you can have. Actually, Michelle, do you want to take just a second? Do you want to explain that?
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm doing is I'm raising money this year for Refuge UK. So obviously it's to help women and children escape not nice homes, to put it nicely. But I thought this year, instead of just asking you all for your money, just give me your money, I thought I'm actually in a position where I can get some fabulous prizes and so do a raffle. So I've got a signed Gemini, so all the team have signed it as a prize. Craig is donating himself, so a one-on-one craft along. So just a craft along. It's not like literally, but that. But to be fair, Debbie Robinson messaged me and she said, I'd like to donate myself. I know I like sold. But it's a craft along with Debbie Robinson as well. So those are personal one-on-ones that you can win. I've got loads of other prizes from all of the lovelies that have been up here. So Anne-Marie, Sandra from Santangle, Jamie Rogers, loads of prizes on there. You've seen the caricature. If you haven't, go have a look. So Ali from our Evesham
just seen
store,
that yesterday, yeah.
The caricature she has done of the whole team is amazing. So that's a prize. And again, lots of these are available anywhere. So I've got... it tells you on there's like the first 10 that are listed can be posted anywhere in the world, and unfortunately some are just for the UK. But the most amazing ones, obviously Craig, Debbie, the Gemini. So it was a case of I wanted to give back as well as, take your money.
So just a heart of gold. Always a heart of gold. And I know I asked you to explain that, Michelle, in the mid of me doing this, but I just thought it was the perfect time.
Yes.
Well, we touched upon it there. I thought it was the perfect time to explain.
Yeah, of course, because I mentioned Nicola.
Yeah.
And again, so being able to actually see, you know, what you're holding now that Nicola's done for us, and I know she's done other stuff for us as well, it's just sort of putting those two and two together. I can mention Nicola Yao, but when you see actually that's what she's done for us and that's who's going to do some artwork for you, it's like putting, you know, face to the name, so to speak, isn't it? Yeah.
Really, really is. So as I say, you can go across to Michelle's page right now. I'll also share it as well later on with a picture of myself and Michelle. But if you wanted to go for that one, Comic Book Heroes, it's the same, 30% off on that one. £20 or $24. Platinum price comes down to £16 or $19.20. And it's half and half. It's based on your Illustrator pens as well as your classic pens. You can always go across on Debbie's social media pages, Debbie Robinson CC. You'll probably have to scroll back a bit, but she has posted pictures as to what she's created because she does love that one. Or no, Adventure in Colour, it's Debbie's, isn't it? That's Debbie's Ventures in Colours. That's Debbie's favourite one. Yeah. This one here, yeah. That's, as soon as I seen that front one there, I was like, yep, I recognise that one. Also 38% saving on this one, £20, $24. If your platinum price, that comes down to £16 or $19.20. Within this one here, also about your classics and your Illustrator pens. You've got Cara on here that steps you through, and it's exactly that. It's about delving into all these incredible adventures when it comes to the world of colouring. She steps you through within that actual information guide as well, but follow along her tips and techniques. And then, you know what, you can put your own spin as well. It's all about that wonderful, adventurous world when it comes to laying and colouring and blending. And you can do that one there within the adventures of colouring. So all of these ones here, it is all separate items you can go for, but they're all got a 30% saving on each of them. And each of them individually as well are £20 or $24. Or if you are platinum, it comes down to £16 or $19.20. For you guys across Central Europe, you just need to go to your website, each of these being crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Now we're going to stick with colouring because of course that's what the cartload is all about, and Michelle has got yet again another cracking one to show you.
I have. I mean, what would a cartload with all our Spectrum Noir products be without the original, the OG, Academy of Colour? And again, so I'm seeing the price. You guys are seeing the price as well. So I don't need to add it up in my head, use my fingers to count. That is just an amazing, amazing price. So Academy of Colour, this is the original box. That's my favourite bit. Is that very sad? Can we all hear that?
Oh, it's nice, isn't it? Oh, definitely ASA.
Sign of a good box, isn't it? As sad as that just was,
no, it's
and I
not.
know you all enjoyed it just as much as I did. It's just, you've got an amazing, wonderful box to store all this stuff in. So you have got all these beautiful pens in here, and you can see that they're double-ended. So I've got Ice Grey 2 there and Ice Grey 5. If I pop one out, you've got that beautiful brush nib on all of these. And again, the education comes with all this. So you've got all those beautiful colours, a nice array of colours. Taking that off, you have got your aqua pens. And again, they've all got that beautiful double-ended nib. And they're in there nice and snug, so you know that they're not falling out anytime soon. You've got that beautiful brush nib on all of those. You've got this gorgeous opaque white. It's a 9mm nib on that one. So in fact, I was using one of my gel pens a little while ago. I think I was on with Becky Redican, and someone actually suggested using this because it doesn't go off-white. Mm-hmm. So sometimes when you're using a gel pen over colours, it can look a bit...
It can, yeah.
Look a bit dirty. But this one stays beautifully, brightly white. So absolutely perfect for that. Obviously, you've got one of your lovely spritzer bottles. This is my favourite brush of all time. It's a nice 1-inch brush that you've got there. And again, you've got, right to the other end, you've got a nice fine brush there again, so it's going to enable you to do all sorts of different techniques with those. And you've got your stamps that come with these. So you've got, again, a beautiful array. I love this. I love stamping this out and colouring it in. It's just gorgeous, it really is. They all are, but that is absolutely my favourites. This one I love. So you think, you know, I mean, we've all seen it, but you think, why the basic shapes? But these are absolutely perfect for you to learn how to shade, where your light source comes from, really basic things that really elevate your colouring. And again, in the bottom, you will have some watercolour cards and you will have some normal alcohol pen colouring card. So let me just pop that in here. So not only do you get all of this in that lovely starter bundle, it comes with this gorgeous binder as well. And again, so you've got your instructions, you've got your what's it called? Index, contents, thank you. Yeah, you've got, I can never ever, even when I'm reading a book, I can never remember what the thingy-mabob at the beginning is.
I'm the same.
So you've got your contents there, you've got the ability with all these beautiful inserts to attach all your stamps, and it tells you you've got your portraits, you've got your flora and fauna, and you've got these lovely zip pockets here that you can be storing your work in. And if you're collecting them all, you're going to build this up, and you're going to have a beautiful, huge collection of items. And again, looking at that platinum price, £68 or $92. Even the normal price, so even if you're not platinum, £85 or $115 is an amazing price for what you're getting. But you're not only getting all of this, it's the education. And it's not any education, it's Leanne education. So it's literally the best of the best.
Absolutely. Could not agree any more with you, Michelle, on that one. Adrienne on YouTube is saying, I love the card blanks in the envelopes. They're really good for quick cards. They always save me. That's it, they are good, and because you've got that Centura Pearl quality as well. Susan Griffins is saying, that's such a bargain, the 3 colour blend. I know, isn't it just? We've got Sissy on Facebook saying, thank you, CC folks, for always looking after our budget while ensuring we have tons of options and crafty goodies. Well, that's what we aim for, and I'm glad that you can actually see that we are absolutely doing that for all of you at home. Carol McDaniel on YouTube is saying, Craig, I love watching you and Michelle together. You're always awesome together. Aww. Well, I feel exactly the same. I love working with Michelle.
I love working with
always
you.
A lot of fun. Always learn something, always laughing as well. Also, Sissy is saying, Michelle, I've been wanting to ask this. Your wedding rings are gorgeous. Every time you present, I just think, wow, her diamonds, it's beautiful. Just had to tell you.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Shines bright like a diamond. Corinne is saying, these are some fabulous prizes, Michelle. They really, really are. Colleen is saying, great products. And then we've got Evelyn saying, are the colours of the markers different from the regular markers, that being the Academy of Colour? No, they're not. You will see the colours in the Academy of Colour that Michelle just showed you throughout kind of like our range of aqua pens or, of course, classic / tri-blends, but they're just there in that different nib, being that duo, plus what you're able to do is then just have them all together, and then Leanne, with that education, will step you through what you're going to be learning. So it's always have them nice to have them together. But yeah, let's take a little bit of a moment for you to check out your baskets, because a lot of you just tend to have them sitting there. They're not yours until you check out. So this is why we like to give you that little bit of a break for you to then just check out your basket, know that they're secured on their way to you, and then both myself and Michelle will be back just in a couple of moments.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Come on, that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that?
We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. We see the same people, and we know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Tornado was going on, and then the incredible storylines. It was just fab. It was really, really fab. Really, really good. Just talking about how
excited I am about that.
Oh, don't. So good, so good. Yeah, in case you have no idea what we're on about, of course, we're just talking about, I'm saying I was talking about, the guys were listening, about how they've now just uploaded the 2014 year of Neighbours on Amazon Prime. So I'm decorating over the weekend, so I'm going to have it on my iPad at the side while decorating, because they've started filming.
So excited.
So good.
Excited.
So good. And they've still not announced all of the other, older cast members that are returning. They've kept some secret. They've got some newbies coming in as well. So yeah, exciting
I'm so
times.
excited.
So
I know I keep saying just that word.
I know.
I've never been as excited. I've been watching it since I was about 12.
Couple of years.
I can remember, it's not long, just like 3 years, 3-4 years, 10 years. Too many years. But yeah, I remember being off ill one day from school, and my mum had it on because it was on at dinner time and at tea time. And I was like, oh my God, how often can I skive off school to watch this?
To watch it.
So I've been hooked for many a year.
Yeah, that's what, funny enough, I was just away to say what Johnny just said in my ear there. You knew you were poorly when, you would be watching Neighbours, at lunchtime when you were off school.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's my weekend sorted. And then you'd watch the same one again at tea time as well, just so that you can watch it again, and then you know that you've caught everything in that episode. So yeah, anyone like myself and Michelle that's a Neighbours fan, the 2014 episodes are on Amazon Freevee right now. Anyway, enough advertising of Neighbours. Let's have a look at the Roaring Twenties again, because we've got our collection selection here of the Roaring Twenties, where not only are you going to get what I'm going to show you now, in actual fact, you can see it on the screen right now, you're going to get everything. Now, within my bundle here, what I have not got to show you, but you can see it here, your full pack of your gold sequins. You've then also got the actual gilding flakes as well. So you've got the glue there, and then you've got the little foam applicator. So you've got them two, you've got everything else, but I can show you everything else here on our boards where we've got the Charleston couple. So Michelle used that within her very first demonstration. So within this one here, you've got that couple, that silhouette feel of the couple there just dancing away, where you can then use that as a silhouette aspect. Maybe you want to then come along and then do maybe die cutting of your multi-purpose card, Nina, or your watercolouring, and do your backdrops. You can do, of course. You've then also got that beautiful scallop shell edgeable. That was also the one that Michelle used in the very first demonstration. You've then got from the collection selection your fancy feather too. So a really big sizable die within that one there. You've then got your 4x6 floral deco. This one is your 3D embossing folder. Nice design to be using out with the Roaring Twenties, of course, but that is included within that collection if you want it. Well, if you want it, you're getting it. If you go for the collection, you're getting it whether you want it or not, but it is a beautiful folder. You've then also got the Showgirl. So you've got the outline die as well. So it actually cuts in or it cuts out. Now, nothing's stopping you from snipping away I was about to say the wheel, it's not a wheel, but the ring, and then it could just be there just dancing, or at a stance, of course. You can do that. Or maybe you want to colour the ring in a gold colour, then of course you could do that too. But you've got that one included. You've got loads of stamps. We've got Raise a Glass. So within that one there, you've got that Raise the Glass. You've got a couple of the sentiments. You've got a gorgeous lady there with the actual little cocktail glass, champagne glass. You know, it could be whatever you want it to be. Colour it in whichever way you want. But you've got that one. You've also got Together Forever. So you've got the couple there just looking at each other, and then you've got the two love hearts with your little sentiment. You've then also got your All That Jazz. So you've got that woman that's just there, she's just the stance there, as if she's thinking. As if she's thinking there. Go on, Michelle, what did Johnny just say there?
I try so hard to be professional, and I have like, there's something that doesn't connect between my brain and my mouth. It's been a problem my whole life. So Johnny just said, when we said we wonder what she's thinking, he's like, should we have mash or chips with tea? And it just, yeah, I can't help it. I do try so hard, and it lasts for about 15 minutes of each show, and then, you know,
that's it.
All bets are off.
Although then she could be thinking, well, we'll have fish fingers or turkey Twizzlers.
Turkey Twizzlers.
Yeah. Thanks, Jamie Oliver, for that one. Then we've also got our cut and emboss folder there. So this one does exactly that. It cuts and it embosses as well. 4x6 folder. You've got all of these sentiment stamps. You've got Shine Like the Stars. Absolutely jam-packed full of all of these I say quirky, of course. It is your complimentary sentiment stamps to work with the Roaring Twenties. You've also got your organza ribbon as well. And then, as I said right at the start, you've got your full pack of your gold sequins, and then you've also got your pack of your gold gilding flakes with your little sponge applicator, and you've also got your little pot of glue too. All of that's what you're going to be getting, £67, or for you guys stateside, you're going to be $87. If you are platinum, when it comes to that collection selection, it comes down to £53.60 or $69.60. It's all on shoptheday.co.uk.com.eu. That's where you need to go if you want that collection selection. But if you just need a little bit extra kind of inspiration when it comes to what you can do with this collection, then Michelle's away to show us right now.
Still chuckling to myself about the chips on mash. I've picked a couple of the beautiful items from this. I've got this gorgeous showgirl die, and I've picked the beautiful Art Deco frame. So the Art Deco frame is a 4x6, so I have just cut a piece of my card just that little bit shorter. So I've just gone 1/8 of an inch shorter, so it fits in there beautifully. And then I've also got this, so I love this. So you've got the, obviously you've got that matte piece, where, so you can, if you just use this on its own, you're going to cut into your project, but with this you're going to be cutting it out and creating sort of a topper. So let's just pop that to the side for now and we'll run this through.
Okey-doke.
So it's a cut and emboss, so it's going to cut out that beautiful centerpiece, allows you to really make a focus of whatever that you're going to be popping in the middle of it. So I'm going to pop that through. So it's a cut and emboss, so you're going to run it through with a plate combination of a 2D embossing folder, which is your 2 main plates. Let's pop that to the side. And there you go. Let me turn it over so you can see the front. There you go. Look at that emboss.
Isn't that?
detail.
Look at that.
Even though that's not a 3D, the emboss, the depth that you get on that is just, it's just stunning. It really is. So, and don't throw that away either. You've got a beautiful matte layer piece there. So if you're going to be having this up on some foam pads, whatever you're going to be popping in the middle, you're going to use that as a lovely backdrop. So if you're going to be stamping on there, you're going to be putting one of the, maybe the Charleston couple on there, it's going to look lovely. So don't get rid of what you would consider your waste. So what I'm going to do for this is I've just brought in one of my gilding waxes, and that is the Empire Gold. And I just thought for the bits that I'm going to be using, so I'm going to be using some of this gorgeous acetate, the Empire Gold goes beautifully with it. So I'm just going to take a little bit out of there. I'm going to tap it off onto there, as I always do. I don't want to get too much on. And then I'm just going to gently just go over that beautiful emboss.
It's a lovely collection to also use for when it comes to things such as your scrapbooking for anything New York, because a lot of the New York, the hotel that I stayed in was very Art Deco when it comes to that New Yorker. So yeah, it'd be good for your scrapbooks for New York. Definitely,
there's some stunning architecture, I mean everywhere, but New York really does have some amazing Art Deco-esque buildings, doesn't it?
It really does.
Right, so I'm happy with that. I'm just gonna, I always just wipe over the top. It just gives it a bit of a buffing up, almost like I'm, you know, doing the kids' shoes for school. And it also, if there's any extra on there, it's just going to buff it up and buff it away. Gives it a nice, lovely shine. You can see.
Oh yeah, it takes it off.
It does take it off. So let's just pop that to the side and pop that under there. So what I'm going to do is I've already cut this gorgeous dancing girl out. So it was using both of the dies that come with it. So I've cut it fully out to create a gorgeous again, gorgeous topper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly bring this back in, and because I'm going to sort of pop it on my card like this. If I pop that in there like that, it doesn't match. She definitely needs a bit of gold on her to make her sort of tiring.
The difference it makes just adding that little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit. I'm not going to go all over her. I'm just going to sort of like give it little highlights, little accents of that gold. There we go. So again, let me just get rid of that.
Okey-doke.
And again, we're just going to buff this off a little bit more gently this time. There we go. Right, so those are my 2 pieces that I've got so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my card base. So I've already got this all prepared. So it's 8 by 7, and I've scored it halfway. So I scored it at 4 inches in the middle, and then we're at, so scored it 2, 4, 6, and it's an 8 card. From these 2 score lines here, I've just, with a pencil, I went up to here and here, just marked from 2 inches. So this is 2 inches, that's 3, and that's 2. And all I've done is I've just cut that line there, and it gives me that card.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn it over because I've already started mine and layering. So that's sort of the effect you get. It's almost that pop-out element without having to add a piece of card. It's cut straight out of the base itself. So let me finish. We're just going to pop those last 2 on there.
Okay.
And then we're going to make a nice focal point out of that gorgeous frame and that gorgeous lady.
It's actually very much like the decor that was in the hotel that we stayed, the New Yorker.
Yeah, this collection is just stunning. If ever there was a collection for people other than crafters, I mean, this is really going to catch the eye of definitely scrapbookers. You know, people who do create albums or just pieces of, do you know, pieces of artwork for your home. I mean, I always say with our 12 by 12 pads, there's certain pages in all of those that you could just literally pop out, put in a frame and pop on your wall. You wouldn't need to do anything else with them. Right, so before I add this last piece on there, I'm going to bring in this. So again, all I have got, it's 4.5 inches. So it's going to be 4 inches wide because I've just got my tab. So it's going to fit beautifully with this card. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to glue that tab to that edge piece before I add that.
Okay, yeah.
So, and again, so I've matte and layered paper onto both sides of this. Again, just for time, because I know I always get to my last demo and tend to run out of time. So my little tab, I'm going to put on the front here because then this piece is going to cover it up lovely. In fact, let me do it this way. Left-handed and a little awkward. Just, there we go.
Remember, the Roaring Twenties is what the craft along is going to be in the next show with Michelle. If you want to be crafting along with her, dig out your original collection from when it first launched.
I have had, can you tell I've had so much fun with this collection this
tell,
past week?
Yeah.
So that is what it looks like for now. So you can see when it folds up, it just looks like a lovely, are we 4? Yeah, 4 by 8 card. When it pops open, you've got that lovely element there. So let's just add some glue to this and then pop it on here. And all I've done for my mats and layers is these are all 2 inches wide. So I always go down 1/4 of an inch increment. It's very rare that I don't go down in 1/4 of inches.
So easy, isn't it, by doing it 1/4 of an inches?
Yeah, it definitely is. So that is how it's going to stand. You've got like a lovely Z fold, and I've got this lovely pop out element here that I just thought was going to be perfect to really put this lady on display in the nicest sense of that way, that word. That sounded a bit awful, didn't it? A bit like a Saw film. Put her on display.
Oh, it wasn't a Saw film that came to my mind.
Well, it wasn't mine, but I, tried not to go there. See, can you remember when I was saying how there's like not that filter between my brain and my mouth? I've never had it.
Brightens our day.
I do try. Really, we should be like, is it ITV on Ant and Dec when they've got like a 5-second delay or something?
yeah. And that is a very good point, actually, because you do find lots of these live shows as well that have like 3-second, 5-second delay. We don't, as you guys know at home. As you know, fine well, we don't have a delay. We don't have that few seconds delay. We don't have what they do on Big Brother and then just go silent and have the birds flying past. We have nothing like that. What we say goes out live, bang on live.
It adds to the fun.
It does.
Never knowing.
Adds to Johnny's grey hairs, but you know what I mean. For us, I'm not the only one. I found a few myself, Johnny. Grey hairs.
Right, so I'm popping foam on because I just felt, so if I bring this one in that I've already done, if I pop that down flat, it looks flat. But if I pop it down with some foam, it just adds so much interest. It's just ever the professional.
This is smart.
Right, so let's pop this over the top, and I've cut that acetate down to size.
Okay. Is that just the size of what you're cutting in both?
Yeah. So it's 4 by 6. So you can see the foam really, it really brings your eye in to whatever it is that you're going to sort of have in the middle. So before I pop this on, what I'm going to do is, because this is going to be the front of my card, I'm just going to bring in, so from this, this stamp set is my all-time favourite. I love everything. You've got all those little elements there, those little corners and things, but the stamp himself are absolutely gorgeous. So I've stamped out Have a Roaring Good Time, just in black, matte and layered it with the matching paper. I made myself a little ribbon.
Oh, wow.
So all I've done is I'll show you how to make it. I've just cut some strips of that, whatever paper, card. I don't tend to use it. I always tend to be the paper, because when I want it to bow round the corners, if you're using a card, you're not going to get that. So all I've done is I've just cut these down so that it's 10 inches, 7 inches and 4 inches. And all you're going to do is I'm going to pop just a little bit of tape just there, and it doesn't have to go together exactly, it doesn't really matter. And then where that is, that seam, I'm just going to pop a bit of glue in there, I'm going to judge halfway, I'm just going to pop that together. And I'm going to do exactly the same here.
That's so cool.
And it's just a nice alternative to popping a normal bow on.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want something a little bit different. So find that seam, pop a little bit of glue in there, and that's going to be close like that, and exactly the same. You can do this as many times as you want. You can go for 5 or 6 layers if you want. I'm just going to go for 3. So there we go. So pop that closed. And then all I'm going to do is, you can glue these 3 together in the middle if it makes it easier, because it can be a bit fiddly. So we're just going to layer those 3 up. And again, all my seams are going to go to the back, so you're not going to see them at all. And then I've just got, again, a shorter piece.
Oh, I'm so going to be doing this.
I love doing this. I don't do it as much as I should, to be honest, because you just tend to reach for a ribbon, a bit of ribbon, don't you?
You do? Yeah. I do anyway.
Pop that in the middle. There you go. And then when it's on your card, you've got a lovely bow. And the thing is, if you're putting it in an envelope to post and it gets squashed flat, it still looks beautiful, because you can see that this one's been squashed flat, but it still looks lovely.
It's still got the bounce, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is going to be the front of my card. So we're going to pop this beautiful, and I've made it that big because I wanted it to be a nice focal point on my card. Just going to pop that down the side there. In fact, I tell you what, no, I can actually. I thought I was going to squash it if I opened my card back up, but I'm not, am I? So pop that there. I'm going to bring in my sentiment. I'll pop that on some foam pads.
Nice try, Brenda Bibby on Facebook, saying, what is it that Michelle's using to raise the card front? It is a foam on a continuous round roll that she was using there, or as you will call it, foam on a roll.
I'm just debating where I want it, top, middle or bottom.
Top, middle or bottom? Top, middle or bottom? Top, middle or bottom?
I think top. I think I'm going to pop it at the top.
That looks good, yeah.
Oh, decisions.
Oh, I like that.
I like that. Yeah. Just a bit above middle, that'll do. There we go, perfect. A nice big gem on there would look lush. And then I'm going to bring this in, and this is just going to attach to this bit here. So I'm going to pop it on there. So I'm not going to put any glue across that bit, just here, down here, where I know you're not going to see it. I'm going to pop some glue. And she just sort of sits over the edge onto this, so I know that I can pop a little bit of glue just behind her as well. So very carefully, I'm just going to go in with a little bit and then a nice strip. Now see, don't do that. I've just glued all the way from the top. You remember, I've done it wrong, so you'll remember. Don't glue all the way from the top because it's not going to sit all the way on there. So what I could do if I wanted to is hang it onto the front as well.
Ah, good tip.
I'm not going to. I mean, I could rub it away.
You might rub off, yeah.
Actually, what I could do is, because you can see sort of all my glue on the inside, what actually I could do is back it with another one of those. So I'm really quickly going to do that. I'm going to back it to hide all my foam. We're going to pretend that I didn't really make a mistake. And we'll just carry on. So let me pop that on the back.
No one would ever know. There's always a way.
There is always a way, isn't there? There we go. So from whatever way you're going to look at that now, because I've got those back bits covered up, it's going to look good. So remind me just to tape that little bit there.
Lynn Blackledge, #go live. Granny on YouTube is saying these are amazing demos. Absolutely. This is going to be a tough vote in a moment. And just think as well, this is only the kind of the supporting act, the opening act. We've got the headliner coming up later on within the Craft Along, 2 o'clock UK time, 9 AM Eastern time, 6 AM Pacific time. Do you know something? That's Craft Along worthy as well. That's spectacular.
It was, you can see, because this is 4x6 and each side of my card is 4 inch, it just folds perfectly if you fold it in. But the way that you stand it, I've got a nice sort of Z fold there.
Oh, Michelle, that is absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Absolutely gorgeous. If you want to recreate that afterwards, then of course you can go back on our YouTube and re-watch Wake Up Call, where you can then be doing what Michelle done within the first demonstration, and then that demonstration just there. And talking about the first demonstration and that demonstration, Michelle's got them lined up ready to do the vote of the show. What did we do, Michelle?
So number 1 was the, again, so the Roaring Twenties. We made that lovely, almost dancing staircase, didn't we? So number 1. And then number 2 is this beautiful, it's a bit of a Z fold card with that lovely pop out element in the middle.
Absolutely gorgeous. So 1 or 2, that staircase card being the first one, and then what Michelle just done there was number 2. So the choice is yours. You've got a couple of moments and Rachel will give us the result. Let's have another quick look at this deal. So if you want to go for this Roaring Twenties collection selection, you're going to be getting all of these stamps here. So you've got all these stamps that are going to complement and coordinate. You might want to use them as standalone elsewhere, but you've got all these borders as well as the sentiments. So that is Shine Like a Star. You've then got your cut and emboss folder. So that was also the one that Michelle just used a moment ago, Art Deco frame. You've got your floral deco, so that's a 3D embossing folder, 4x6. You've then got your showgirl, also the one that Michelle just used a moment ago within that demonstration. You've got that beautiful scalloped shell edgeable die, so that's the one that Michelle used within our very first demonstration. And then talking of very first demonstration, she also used that Charleston couple. You've then got that really sizable fancy feather. So if I put my hand just next to it, you kind of get an indication as to the size of it. Fancy feather. You've then got all that jazz stamp collection. You've got Together Forever stamp collection. You've also got your Razor Glass stamp collection. You've got all of your organza ribbon. You're going to be getting a full pack of your gold sequins, and then you're also going to be getting your gold flake. That's giving you your adhesive as well as your little foam applicator for you to then be applying the gold flakes on top of your projects. So all of that's what you're going to be getting for £67, but for you guys stateside, that's going to be £87. Still relatively new to our range here, but you've got a really good saving of $16.87 or $22.35. But if you are platinum, or incidentally, this is your first order after joining Club Inspire, where you get 20% off your first order. That means you would also get that at £53.60 or $69.60. It is there across on our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Best thing to do is go into Shop the Day. You'll find everything from Wake Up Call, predominantly is what's focused on within the Craft Along coming up next, and then you'll also find everything with the cartload with myself and Leanne. It is all there when it comes to Spectrum Noir goodies. But let's have a look at Linda's picture that's sent in. This is, look at that one, Michelle. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous. So there is a feather on the other side as well. That's used, I know Debbie Robinson loves her light boxes.
Yeah.
What a spectacular project that she's done there, which is from Linda. Thank you so much.
I love that.
You can be sending a couple of your other pictures that you'll have made, and if we get a chance within Craft Along can be quite a busy show because it's all about crafting along at the same level as us, but you can send them in, and fingers crossed we'll get that opportunity to see them. But as we're talking about the Craft Along, Michelle, what project are you going to be doing?
A nice simple one for today. No, it really is. When I was getting ready for this project, I had a look. I just looked through Pinterest and I just put in the 20s and Art Deco, and the most beautiful mirror came up, an Art Deco mirror, and I loved the style, I loved the shape of it. So that is what I've replicated here with this this Craft Along. It's a lot easier to do. I broke it down in a way that actually it is so simple for you to put together, and you're going to be surprised. It looks quite intricate, but it's not.
No. A lot of layers and a lot of replication to the project. Excellent. You can get a head start. Go across onto at least the Crafters TV social media pages. You'll see a list of everything that you need. We will go over it at the start of the show as well, so don't worry and don't panic. Lot of love for both the demonstrations that you've shown, Michelle. Lot of love for that Craft Along as well. As I said before, Lynn was saying great demos. Hannah Goslin saying, hi everyone, hope you're all good. Been a busy day, so I'm only just able to come in, but going to have to rewatch later on because it looks fab. Nanny to the girls is saying, beautiful, Michelle. Corinne is saying, gorgeous card, Michelle. Busy Lizzie is saying, had such great inspiration with this collection. Thanks, Michelle. Also, Busy Lizzie was also saying she started watching Neighbours like 33 years ago. Christine Mahoney saying, Michelle, you're amazing. You make the prettiest of cards, doesn't she just? And demo of the show, it is in, and it has gone straight in to number 1. Yeah, Rachel thought that. Rachel thought it might be number 1.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you. I'll post this one afterwards, and again, I've still got my easy instructions. Yep, this is how my instructions for Craig to follow my Craft Along came, in random, weird stuff like that, but he did a fabulous job, so there must have been some sense in there somewhere.
No, it was, and just actually saying, it's what you said there, certainly going on with that one. I know you maybe have thought at first as well with the one that I'd done on Michelle's behalf, you might think, oh gosh, that's a lot to it. Michelle breaks them down really simply. That one that you'd done with the Once Upon a Time, 4 columns, essentially 4 outer boxes, and the rest was just acetate that bends itself. Really is. The rest is just mats and layers and decoration. So Michelle really does break them down, like you will see when it comes to the next Craft Along, which is the next live show of the day. So if you are watching live, we're just about to end Wake Up Call, but we will be back, both of us, all of us, in actual fact, are going to be back in the next hour. That's going to be 2 o'clock in the UK, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 6 a.m. Pacific Time. Grab all your bits and pieces. If you are going to be making exactly what Michelle's going to be making, you might change it up, use different collections, different pads. It's entirely up to yourself, but the list is across on Crafters TV social media pages for you to have a look at, gather everything. We are away to grab something to eat and something to drink, and then we will be back live in an hour's time for that incredible Roaring 20s Craft Along. We'll see you then.